Okay, very, very proud of the guys. Excited about the win. Last week's team was the one that I've been seeing in practice and wondered when everybody else would see it. And our offensive line's obviously getting healthy, and Jacoby Criswell is getting more accomplished at calling protections and throwing the ball to the right place. He was so efficient tonight. We only threw it 2 times the second half with him. But college football, you got to run the ball. We've always said that, and you got to stop the run. Running for 289 yards against that defense is really, really special. So the offensive line's getting better. We brag on Omarion tonight. He's a special player. He can't make those yards without help. So those guys are getting better. And there's 4 draft choices that they were blocking up front for Florida State. And it wasn't easy early. And Omarion scoring 5 touchdowns. And at the same time, we left one on the field with a 4th and 1, and had to fight to get the other one. That's the reason we wanted to keep running up inside and being physical, because we can't let that happen where we can't score in that situation. We messed up 2 or 3 4th and 1s, and that's something we've got to do better. But we didn't turn the ball over offensively. We forced a couple of turnovers on defense, and they were really good turnovers. We dropped 2 other interceptions that could have been one of them way down in our territory early in the game. So thought the guys played hard. Really proud of our defense. They were 2 for 10 on 3rd downs, 1 for 2 on 4th downs. So 3 for 12 in 3rd and 4th downs. They didn't score in the red zone. We were 3 red zone scores out of 4. And again, 11 of 16 on 3rd down, 12 of 18 on 3rd and 4th down. So just really, really proud of the efficiency of this football team and the attitude, the toughness that they came in for the 2nd week in a row. We've said you can't worry about yesterday because there's nothing we can do about it. You can't talk about tomorrow because you can't do anything about it, but in the moment you can get done what you need to get done. And those guys scored right before the half. They came out and had a stop and a score right after the half, so we had the 14-point swing for the middle 10 again. So this team's learning how to win, and that's what I'm so excited about. I said that to them, winning is euphoric. It's a celebration for everybody. Losing stinks, and you play hard and you play good in some losing efforts, but you still have to win games to celebrate like you need to at the end of these things. We told them the Chicago Bears game with the Commanders the other day. The Bears won the game and then they lost it. With 2 seconds left. That means you lose the game. So you play these things to win. So really, really proud that this team is playing with more confidence. And they did finish the game tonight, where, like in the Duke game, when you look back, we didn't finish when we had our chance. And I think all this started in the 4th quarter at Georgia Tech. I saw us getting better then, and we just didn't finish the game. But I saw us getting better. I saw Jacoby getting better. I saw our offense being more efficient. And I've said since the beginning this would be a team that would finish better than it started because of all the reasons. Nobody wants to really believe it. Nobody wants to hear it, but it's real. And then you add Tylee on top of it. And then you add the fact that your center and your 2 guards get hurt. And then you've got a center that's never played center before from a Division III team trying to call the fronts. And a new quarterback, your 3rd quarterback coming in. Those things are hard. And I really credit our staff on both sides for getting out of the rut, getting out of the storm, and headed into a really positive place as we look forward to a strong finish. Questions?
The 93-yard drive, the 2nd scoring drive that you guys had, you had 6 first downs on drive, converted 3 third downs. It kind of had a little bit of everything, including Jacoby's legs. Is that what you see in practice, that this unit can consistently be moving forward?
Yes, they get better every day, and that's what was so frustrating for me. I'd see it. And then I do think that whether it was the burden of Tylee and watching him be sick, whether it was the injuries on offense, whether it was maybe the pressure I put on them, I don't know. I've tried to take some pressure off of them. They tried too hard, and they messed stuff up. And when you've got to have fun in this game, and I said you don't feel pressure, you apply pressure. And that's what you do. You don't play uptight. You play free. You play fast. You play physical, and you find ways to win the game at the end. And that's what they've done for 2 weeks.
Mack, applying pressure and playing free and fast. I mean, it's the same way on defense again today. And I mean, they obviously have their issues at quarterback, but you kept those guys under wraps, it felt like. I mean,
Yes, I thought we would have trouble stopping the run, and then they would try to go play action over our head. And I'm just so proud that they rushed for 42 yards. I mean, that's 2 weeks in a row where our front seven has stopped the run. And we talked about it, we said we had to do it, and we didn't do it for 4 weeks. And here we are now that when you stop the run, you run the ball, you win the game. And that's what we're doing.
Mack, can you talk about that? There was a 7-play drive where Marion got all the touches. He obviously kicked it off at that 43-yarder. Can you, I guess, break down, what went into obviously giving him the ball each time? I think that was the uniqueness of it. He got it each time. Just kind of your thoughts on that drive.
He's our best player. And if you can beat them with your best player, then that's what you need to do. And Jacoby's really helping us because we had 1 sack. And I was frustrated. It was in a 1-minute drive where Jacoby should have gotten rid of the ball because it cost us points before the half. So that's something he'll learn. But when you can run the ball, your protection's better. And that's just, this is 100-year-old rules of thumb with football. And tonight he didn't get much pressure, and he's really accurate. And the receivers like playing with him because they're going to get the ball. And we had a couple other opportunities where we just didn't get things done. But that's why I think this team will continue to get better. And then when your defense sees that your offense can have a 93-yard drive against Florida State, that gives them more confidence, and they're rested. We had 72 plays tonight to their 46. I mean, we had time of possession really 40-20. I mean, that changes ball games, and that all goes back to being able to run the ball. When I hired Randy Clements, it was because he had a hat on that said "Run the damn ball," and I should wear that every day at practice, and I should wear it to every game. Run the damn ball, and I should put under it with an asterisk and stop the run, and you will win more games than not.
The last 2 weeks, some of the issues the defense has had here is at times they don't keep teams in character; they play out of character. But they've kept UVA in character and certainly kept FSU in character today. What was the key in them actually keeping the other 2 teams in character?
I think you'll have to ask Jeff next week, but I feel like we're being simpler, and we're doing things better, and we're doing the things that we're doing better than we were before. We're not making as many mistakes. We had the one mistake at Virginia, and that was one call that I told our coaches I thought looked too much alike, like another call. So let's change it. Let's be smart. And we've also on defense had some trouble with a helmet communication because you're talking to them and they're changing and then you're signaling. So it's been a little too much. The quarterback has worked, but on defense it's been harder for us, and it hadn't worked as well. So, but I do think Jeff feels really good about what we're doing and who we've got doing it right now. Our kids have bought in with total confidence, maybe for the first time since I've been here on defense for the last 2 weeks. And they totally believe in what we're doing, and they're doing it with confidence.
Does being simpler equate to being quicker off the ball?
Yes, and playing faster. You just got to play fast. We as coaches are so smart, and they work so hard, and you feel like you got to stop everything they've got, and if you're not careful, you do too much. And then you got guys with agents, and you got guys with transfer portal and people calling them, you got guys with NIL opportunities, and they're talking about that. You got guys with girlfriends, you got guys going to class, you got guys that their car's broken, you got guys on social media, and the coach, he's singular focused on just what he's doing, and he doesn't realize all these kids doing it, they got more stuff. So you gotta make sure you just give them things they can do.
What are your emotions finally getting a win over Florida State?
It's good. I'm embarrassed I never did. More than it's kind of embarrassing. They gave me the game ball, and I thought, God, I never got a game ball because I'd lost so many games. It looked better. So it's kind of like when people said you don't win at Virginia much. This isn't about me. It's not about me. Nobody else beat Florida State when I was back here either. So anybody that was truthful about that, we were playing the NFL East because that's what Florida State was like. So the fact that we didn't beat them, we got closer to beat. We were always second. So we were closer to beating them than anybody else, but they were really good. I do think Coach Bowden was a dear friend. I should have mentioned him Monday. I think he's in heaven tonight with a smile on his face, even though Florida State lost. He knows that I love him, and I love this place. They've been really, really good to me, and it is good to come here and win.
Coach, one other note on the defense while you guys were talking. First time since 2021, Virginia Tech and Georgia State. We've held teams under 300 in consecutive games. First time since 2007, Virginia Tech and at Wake Forest, where it was consecutive road games, where we held them under 300.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
know you talked and described Omarion a lot over his time here, but after watching a performance like that, does anything shock you about him, or how impressed are you by him?
No, I see him every day.
Mhm.
He's like a machine. And then he's so humble. You all kind of talk to him here in a minute. He won't say a whole lot. And the players said, speed, 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 speed. So I put him up there and he said, good O-line. And that was it. That was his speech. So that's probably what you'll get out of him when he gets in here tonight. I said, are you excited? And he said, yeah.
Well, he gave a speech then. He didn't give one last week.
No,
I mean,
he said nothing last week. This week he gave a long speech and said, good O-line.
Can you quantify just how much better receiver he is now than when he got here?
When he wanted, high school backs don't protect because they always run the ball. And usually, most of the teams don't have a passing game where you throw to the back. You throw it downfield. So they don't catch much. And one of the things he said last year, and this is how special he is, he said, I need to get better at pass protection. I need to get better at running routes and catching the ball out of the backfield. And he's so hard to tackle one-on-one when you get him in space. And I want us to keep doing that because that's where he's so dangerous. And he's tough up inside, but so many of his yards are after contact. And in the third quarter, we were looking up and handing it to him, and there was nothing there, and we were second two because he's just so powerful. So that's the kind of special back you've got. And then I was glad to see Darwin Barlow get in. He's really fast. And hopefully he didn't get hurt again tonight, but we'll need him here in the stretch at the end.
Mack,
And we got time for two more.
I think back to when you guys were recruiting Bo Atkinson, calling him Thor back in the day. I mean, he was dang near unblockable at times tonight. Like, what stood out to you about the way he played? Because I mean, the first half especially, he was all over the place.
Yeah, they've got a special package where they put he and Dez and Jabari and Kamen in on third downs for pass rush. All those guys are special pass rushers, and I thought they held Kamen and Dez a couple of times tonight because they're just all over the quarterback and they're just affecting the passer more than like we thought we would, and like we've always said, stop the run and affect the quarterback, and that's what we've done here for the last 2 weeks
But,
Psycho package.
with Bo and
Yeah.
the rest of them. Bo's a special player, and we're actually doing what we've been talking about doing for 6 weeks or 6 years. We're playing a lot of players, so Bo's fresh. Dez is fresh. All those defensive minds are rolling. It's 85 degrees out there tonight. It is so hot, and the fact that you keep the ball for a 93-yard drive lets your defense rest. So that's the football that we wanted to play to help each other, and that's what we've done the last 2 weeks. We've played really good team ball, and that's helped us a lot.
That's the psycho package, right?
I'm sorry?
The psycho package?
Yes.
Yep.
No question.
Talking about Barlow obviously getting in there at the end. Where is he kind of at right now? I know he obviously missed a lot of time. I guess as you guys try to work him back, what's his, I guess, percentage-wise his health right now?
Yeah, I think he and Bullitt right now are ready to rest Omarion. When he's on a roll like he was tonight, it's hard to get him out, and he doesn't want to come out. So, and we want him to break Nate and Ethan's record tonight as well. And he gained more than 3,000 yards in his career. I mean, this was a box night for him. He checked all the boxes, and he's really, really happy about it. But I really think that Barlow's so fast, and he showed that at the end of the game when we were trying to run the clock out, that I feel like he'll have some special moments here the last 3 games.
Did Natron have a reaction to Amari pass?
Natron said, you should have given it to me more. And I said, no, Natron, you were griping wanting to get out. So that was it.
Is it a bad time for a bye week?
No, it's a great time for us because just for health. And I do believe this team moving forward will continue to get better with Jacoby Criswell continuing to get better. And he's gotten more patience. He made some plays with his feet tonight.
Oh yeah.
He checked us some key plays. He killed the clock in the fourth quarter when we needed him to. He's really starting to become that complete quarterback. and I'm excited about that.
Right.